Hello, my fellow creatives. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to those that are new here. You like the vibes, stick around and, maybe subscribe, like, share, hype the video. I think that's another thing that you can do now too. I don't know. But yeah, hi, my name is Nico. Today in this video is going to be like kind of like a sit down talk kind of video. I wanted to just Oh no, I just kind of felt like sitting down and talking about like creativity, right? Creativity. I am a creative person. I am a creative and you know, I dabbled in a lot of things. Actually, before I get into that, I will actually want to talk about like what kind of inspired me or like influenced me today to want to sit down and record this kind of video. And it is because I am in a place in my life where I know that there's like something inside of me that wants to come out and wants to blossom, is ready to bloom and to shine, and is ready for me to step into, being that person. I guess just like the me that I know that's deep down in there that's like clawing its way out of like trying to break through my old habits that, keeps that version of me down, And I've just been like trying to be more intentional and taking steps to help me to break out of that and to start becoming the woman that I know is in me and is trying to come out. So I'm in that phase where it's like I want to do it. I know that it's deep down in me. My mind is like, yeah, let's do it, let's do it. Or just like deep in my spirit, it's like, yeah, let's do it, let's start making the moves and stuff. But then it's just like the old habits are like, popping back up, and then my situations try to deter me and stuff, and it's just like it's just so frustrating when it's like you want to do it, but then it's just like all these other things, whether it's internal or external, but it's mainly internal for me at least. And it just like, it just doesn't come into fruition. Fruition. That part, right? So yeah, and I just want to break out of that, start taking myself seriously, especially when it comes to my creativity, because I want to be able to I just want to be able to live off of my creativity. I want to be able to enjoy it and be able to make a stable income from it. Like, I know that my job is a stepping stone for me to get there, right? But it's just like I know that there's something, like I know that there's just something out there calling for me that is not that. And that's why it's like I've had my moments where I have literally just cried my eyes out because I have to get ready to clock in to my job, and it sucks, but that's part of life. Again, trying to look at the positives of it is a stepping stone for me. It helps provide finances for me to be able to pour into where it is that I want to go. Have to have money, have to have finances. So yeah, but it's just like, it's just such a big disconnect. The disconnect is what really hurts me. It's like the me that I envisioned for myself is clashing so hard with the me of now, and it's not content with staying where it's at. In and they're just butting heads. They're just butting heads, and it's just like so it's so draining. And so, I'm just trying to be more intentional and actually take the time to take the steps to do it, and to actually put in effort and try. And yeah, even if it just takes like a little bit, it's better to do a little bit of something to do than to do nothing. So that's why I am making this video, because I want to talk about it. Just in case, there might be another person out there that may feel like me, that may be going through the exact thing that I'm going through, and maybe you could resonate. I don't know. But yeah, so creativity. I was always a creative girly, way when I was young. Like, I loved art class and I excelled in art class. I had gotten, I've gotten, different like achievements and awards for, my artwork and everything. The biggest award that I've ever gotten was that I won first place or either second place for a acrylic painting that I did of a Yorkie puppy. And I won either first place or second place in the Dixie Classic Fair, or it's called the Carolina Classic Fair now, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that was one of like my biggest achievements. And yeah, I've just been drawing and painting and just, that sort of stuff. Oils, oil pastels and stuff, like, for a young age. And, as I gotten older, I ventured off into different mediums. I really like traditional artwork. So, sketches on a sketchbook, that's traditional artwork. I've gotten into doing markers and stuff, colored pencils. I've done painting. I don't really do painting much now. That's a medium that, it's okay, but it's not like my favorite medium. What else is there? I do journaling, I do junk journaling, I make like collages, I make vision boards. Oh yeah, diamond art, that's something I've gotten into. I think I want to get into scrapbooking, I don't know yet. Oh yeah, and crocheting. Like, I've done crocheting, I love to crochet. That's something that I had recently picked up. It's probably 3 years, I want to say 3 years of me crocheting, and I love it. I picked it up that quick and just went off, And into digital artwork as well. I gotten into digital artwork. So yeah, I draw with like my iPad on Procreate, and I also bought a XP pen. Yeah, XP pen drawing monitor tablet. I think that's what those things are called. I remember when I first bought that thing, like, I bought it on a Cyber Monday sale. I saved up, and that was the first one that I've ever bought, and I've always wanted one, and I was just so excited about it and so happy to get it. But yeah, that's just like some of the mediums that I can list off that I am currently doing that are just coming to my mind right now. Once again, just always been a creative person. There was even a point in my life where I was like, sewing. But sewing, it was nice, but it just wasn't something that I wanted to really get into. Like, it just wasn't something I was like, oh yeah, I absolutely love to do this. It was like, yeah, sewing, I learned how to do it, I can do it, and carry on. So shout out to all of my multi-medium creatives out there. Is that the right word? We're gonna go with that. For me, it's kind of hard to try to find like a 9-to-5 that is related to creative stuff that you don't need a degree for, if that makes sense. It's not impossible, I'm sure, but I don't know. It's just when you are creative and you're working in a job that has nothing to do with creativity whatsoever, it just feels so draining. And sometimes I just sit and look at my life and I'm just like, there has to be more than this. Like, it's just so it's like a rerun again and again and again. And it's like, it would be one thing if it was a rerun of something that I absolutely love to do, but this is a rerun of something that I am not wanting to go to at all. And the thing is, though, is that I know that I am like my biggest obstacle, and I'm like the biggest reason why I'm not there, because either it's because I get discouraged, or I talk myself out of it, or I allow other people's opinions and what they think that I should do, like falter me, or like, you know, make me rethink or second guess myself. And that, you know, ties into how I don't feel always the most confident in the decisions that I make, because I pay attention so much to everybody else's opinions. And that is a whole nother thing that I'm dealing with and having to you know, unlearn and just learn to, you know, if the opinion is there, I'll take it into consideration, but at the end of the day, this is my life and I will make that choice on what it is that I do with it. So yeah, those are just like my issues with that. But anyway, so I had watched this video sometime last week that was from this channel. I think her channel is called Think Feminine or Think Femininity, and she did this video essay, and it was talking about having a, what was it called? I actually have it written down in my journal. Strategic delusion. That's what it was. That's what she was talking about. And you know, the person for her case study that she did was Doechii. Doechii, you know, the artist, the rapper, you know who Doechii is. She talked about it, and you know, strategic delusion. So you know, it's like you have to, you know, having a certain level of like delusion of like believing that you can make it there to this idea, this vision that you have for yourself. And you know, even though you may not be there right now, believe and work towards that vision. Because I'm sure a lot of people probably thought that Doechii was crazy to think that she was going to be this next big rapper star that she is now. But because of her having that delusion that she will be that girl, but it was also strategic. So she, you know, she put her money that she was working, when she was working, she put her money into her craft. She poured into it. She, you know, stayed true to herself and followed up on things that she promised that she would do to help pour into herself. She did, you know, small bookings, which then started to grow and get bigger and bigger. Her name started to get more out there. Yeah, strategic delusion. One of the things that they talked about, you know, Doechii having in the video was there's this book called The Artist's Way that she had, and I actually saw a little snippet of that vlog where she showed it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. And that's one step of an investment towards me trying to pour into, you know, where it is I'm trying to go, because I want to be able to, like I said earlier, make a living off of my artwork and just my craft in general, which is my drawings. Funny enough, I actually have like prints, I have stickers, I have journals, I have bookmarks. Like, I've made all of this stuff. And actually, let me show you guys. So this is one of my stickers. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, and it's a little flame. That's one of them. Pray more, worry less. And she looks so adorable. Like, I absolutely love this drawing. So those are like the stickers. That's not all of them, but those are some of my stickers. You know, I've also made keychains. This is one of them. She's like a bubblegum girl. And then there's this one. These are all of my keychains. This is probably my favorite one. It's a peanut butter and jelly inspired girl. These are like this is like how I used to draw. So this is like old designs. Like, it's still in the wrapper, it's still in the packaging, because it's like I bought this stuff so long ago. I've made this stuff so long ago, but I don't share it. I don't let anybody know about it. And this is like a orange inspired girl right here. Those are all my keychains. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this print. Okay, so this print is called Bloom Where You're Planted. This is what she looks like. Super cute. I absolutely love this print. Probably one of my favorite prints, honestly. I just love the colors of it. And it looks so good. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm really taking this in because I have not looked at this stuff in so long. I honestly forgot that I have a lot of this stuff. Like, we're looking at this brand new together right now. Okay, so here's another sticker that I did. Small girl, big God. Bam. Cute. Okay, so this was a bunch of prints that I actually printed here with my printer. Oh my gosh. Dang, the color quality was good on this. I was in my bag when I was doing this. But, you know, these are just like cute little food puns that I did with stuff. And it's just like, you know, also like related to my faith. I am a Christian. So, you know, it says, yeah, I know Jesus, he's my main squeeze. And it's a lemon. You get it? It was just like cute little dumb stuff like that. Hey, did you know you're the apple of God's eye? And it's an apple. Excuse me, got a minute to taco about the Lord. Donut worry, God is always with you. So that's all of those. This was an old one. This one says, come to me all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And it's you know, a sleepy or a tired bear. Okay, so these are stickers that I made here with my printer, and I tried to use the my Cricut that I gotten from my boyfriend. It's really hard to use the Cricut, so I had to like hand cut a lot of these. But these are like transparent stickers, so once you remove the backing, it's like see-through. So this says lovely. A little quiet time, please. This was a OC bear that I was using a lot at the time. I named him Wilbur. And this is like my favorite one of him. This is absolutely cute. This is another sticker that I had made. I was like really into drawing like the cute little like emoticon kind of stuff. And I had used this drawing of this particular character or this particular girl for many different emotions, but I never got around to making them into stickers. But this is one of my favorite stickers as well. This is very old artwork of mine. I don't draw like this anymore, but this was an old OC of mine. This is another print of the OC that I just showed you. Did something really different with like the line art. I don't know if y'all be able to see it that well, but it kind of has like this little blurred effect to it that really just like brought something different to the art. And then this is old artwork. This is the print version of the keychain that I had showed you guys. And then this is this drawing here as well. This is one of my favorite drawings back then too. Again, if you know what my artwork looks like now, I don't draw like this anymore. I'm talking about like back during the pandemic times is when I made these. I'm sitting over here looking at this stack. I forgot there's other prints mixed in this. This print. This print. The little like bunny girl. Yeah, that's all three of these. These are the most recent prints that I have made. So these are very true to the style that I draw in now. And yeah. Dang. I really liked these. I remember why I had to get these printed out because they look so cute. I absolutely love them. Now I do believe that that is all of the prints. Okay, so I made a lot of bookmarks, as you can see. There's these. Okay, let me sort through these so you guys can see each and every one of them so I don't have to keep flipping through these. Okay, I think I sorted through all of them. This is like, you know, going back to the food, egg pun kind of stuff, and you know, it's related to my faith. Let's have an egg-tastic day in the name of Jesus. And it's an egg. This is, you know, like a lunchtime theme bookmark. This is a strawberry milk bookmark. This is my Mrs. Sun, Mr. Cloud, and then like there's little rainbows. This is that, you know, that print, but it's in bookmark form. Another egg pun. What a egg-tastic book you got there. Another, you know, print turned into a bookmark. Another print turned into a bookmark. There, you know, Mrs. Sun, Mr. Cloud. This is a chocolate milk bookmark. This is a breakfast time. And, you know, the other print turned to a bookmark. That's all of my bookmarks. I've made a lot of them. I was really just... oh my gosh, when I tell you I was making a bunch during that time, I was in a flow state, honestly. Like, I was really getting it together. And you know, I just wanted to show this because, you know, again, I don't show my artwork. I don't show what it is that I've made and I've created, because, you know, I just sit here and think that, oh, maybe it's not perfect, or oh, it's not good enough, maybe nobody might be interested, it might be like an oversaturated market. And, you know, in the times where I have posted, you know, posted these things like on TikTok and stuff, you know, the algorithm unfortunately would not really be on my side compared to the other videos that I made, so it would just always be a little discouraging to show that too. And you know, I'm just trying to push past that and just keep going, keep posting, because who knows, maybe this video might, you know, really get out there, and it might be that one that gets out there, and you know, a lot of people are just like, oh, actually, you know, I really like your artwork, I would like to buy it. You know, you never know. And I just want to just get out of my head about it, you know, because like I said, I was like, I'm my biggest obstacle. And, you know, looking at all of this stuff is also a reminder to me that I have done it, I can do it, and it's still in me to do it because I've done it. Oh, the journals, I forgot about that. Ooh. This is a recipe book journal. Now, it's not like, you know, super duper fancy. It's regular lined paper in here, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, you know, she's like a spaghetti themed. I think it looks really, really nice. And then, you know, it's that kind of paper. It's lined paper. I don't know if you'll be able to really see it that well. But, yeah. Journals. I love stationery. I love journals. So I definitely will be making more of those. I actually am currently working on another journal idea that had popped up in my brain. And, you know, I'll show you guys what that's looking like so far. Ooh. Well, can you do this? Down there. And I'm sure there's probably some more stuff too, but I'm just not going to pull it out right now. But again, yeah, there it goes. This is just like a reminder to me also that this is like, you have the ability to do it. You can do it. You can make it. And just need to believe in myself more and actually try and do it. And yeah, that's that's all of my stuff. But anyway, going back going back to what I was saying when it came to the Artist's Way book that Doji had, I decided that I was like, you know what? As one of my first steps, I'm going to buy the book. So I bought the book off of Amazon, and it has arrived. I'm super excited. I got the starter kit. I bought the starter kit bundle where it is the book and also the morning pages journal. That's this big one, and then the book is this small one right here. They're two separate things. I'm gonna read this, and I'm going to, do the journals, because one thing about me, I love journals. I love guided journals, especially. Really helps me out. And follow along with it, push myself to get out of my comfort zone, and yeah, do this for me. Do this for future me, for the me that is trying to get out and shine and bloom. Yeah, just build the life that I'm trying to get to, because I know that there's something deep down in me that is called for more than where I'm at right now. And I owe it to myself to go for it. And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to pour into my creativity. I'm going to take it seriously, even if that means just doing something for 5 minutes. Like, I've made these little star coasters. I crocheted these. And literally halfway, I can get these either done, dang near very close to being finished, or halfway done in the span of 5 minutes. So it's just even with 5 minutes of just doing something, a lot can be done. And like I said earlier, doing a little bit of something is better than doing nothing. So yeah. Oh yeah, so my journal idea that I'm working on right now. Found it. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you guys a sketchbook, because my digital drawing stuff is crazy over there, so don't want to do a whole lot of moving of that stuff. So this is this is the sketch right here. It is it's a little chibi drawing of a black woman, and she's in a little business attire kind of suit, and what was it that I wanted to have her say? Yeah, I wanted it to say something like, this journal belongs to a boss, or a boss babe, something like that, something cute, because I love drawing I just love drawing black women, because I didn't really get to see enough of that when I was a little girl. So that's what I draw. I'll draw cute little animals here and there. When it comes to drawing guys, I'm not really the one to call, but I'll learn sometime how to do it. I'll get there one day. My practice is my boyfriend right now. I've done cute little sketches of me and him before. And yeah. Okay, so I just remembered being in high school, and my high school teacher, she was my high school art teacher. She would say oh, Elaine, you could do something with your artwork, you can make a living off of it. And I've heard some of my other classmates tell me that too. And I would just kind of shrug it off for the most part, because I was just kind of I just only thought that the way that I could make money as an artist would be exhibits or something, and that wasn't really much that I would see myself doing, especially because with me doing anime, manga art, 2D art, back then, when I was in high school, that stuff was not as popular as it is today. And a lot of people, sometimes it's art teachers would really kind of not be in favor of that kind of art style. But you know, then I had found out about one of my favorite artists that inspired me to continue in like my anime manga art style, cartoon style, and also was an inspiration for me to see that you can make a living off of doing that kind of artwork, would be Asia Ladoska. I do not know where she is from, but that's how you pronounce her name, even though it looks like it's spelled like Asia, but it's pronounced Asia Ladoska. And I actually bought her art book. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh my gosh, one of my prized possessions right here. I absolutely love her artwork. It's just so gorgeous. I'll give y'all little peeks of it. Like, look at that. Oh my god. Ooh, this was one of my favorite ones. Like, isn't that just pretty? Her artwork was a big inspiration for me, and just, you know, yeah, her artwork was a really big inspiration for me. And oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. Her artwork is just so beautiful, and just really just showed me like you can do something with this. And on top of that, it's just like a book, an art book. Like, this art book is just so gorgeous. And I have another art book by another artist that I have followed. I don't know how to pronounce their name, Loish, but this is their art book. And it's just like, I want to be able to get to a place where I make art books like this, and there's somebody out there that, you know, buys it and is like, oh yeah, I love her art style. I gotta show y'all some of these. Hold on. This is like, she's showing her, like, you know, this was like the early drawing, and this is how she drew it now. Old drawing, new drawing. Like, that is gorgeous. Let me see if I can try to find another like full spread to show you guys. There it is. That one. Like, are you kidding me? That is, oh my gosh. When I tell you, I just get so blown away when I look at these. Yeah, you know, it's just like, I want to be able to make books like this, and, you know, be able to just do something with this talent that I have. And, you know, I'm just gonna do my very, very best to try and, you know, just get there. Give it a shot and just go for it. Excuse me for this video kind of just being everywhere. I'm just kind of free balling it out here. And just going for it. You know, not trying to be perfect, not trying to let perfection, writing out scripts and stuff, hinder me, because that's just another excuse that I know deep down of why, you know, I'll put it off and save it for the perfect day or when I have the perfect script. You know, it's just like, no, I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk. So, yeah, I do believe that is everything that I wanted to say in this video. That is just, you know, me sharing, like, you know, where I'm at creative wise, like with my creativity, and just the disconnect that I feel from it, and how much I know that I want to get to this point of being able to make a living off of my creativity. But that also means I have to put in work and I have to put in effort. A reminder to me that with all of this product that I have around me, from the prints to the bookmarks to the stickers to the keychains to the journals, I have already shown that I can plant the seeds to get there. And I'm just gonna get back into trying. And, you know, I'll take you guys along with me in the journey. And I hope you guys enjoy the ride. You know, we're in this together. Because again, you know, maybe there might be somebody out there that feels the exact same way as me. And, you know, if you do, let me know in the comments section if you resonated with this, or, you know, let me know if you were at this point that I'm talking about right now, and maybe you might have some tips to give me and to others in the comment section. Yeah, I believe that's it. I enjoy talking to you guys. Hopefully I will get more and more better at talking to this camera. Even though it's just like, you know, I'm always like imagine myself being a YouTuber and stuff, and I would like pretend, do a vlog and everything, and now it's just like it's okay, we're gonna get there, and I think that's it. For real, my name's Elaine, but you guys can call me Nico. This is my video on creativity and just where I'm at with it right now. Hope you guys will come along and enjoy the ride. Stay creative. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye.